Oh, there's a car going by. Hello, my beautiful little ghosties. Welcome back. We are back with Vampire Therapist. Very fun, very cool game. I like it a lot. We're just gonna jump straight into it. We had just finished up our second client's first therapy session, and yeah, and now we're going down to the bar for a drink.
Hey, cowboy. Why the long face?
I used to say the same thing to my princess.
Just a sec. I am switching up settings because the music volume is too loud for me. Like, I want, there.
Your daughter.
Why is it somehow louder? Settings. Okay. I just want a little bit of music. I want to be able to hear the voice acting, please.
My horse, actually. She never really understood the joke, but I still like telling it to her.
Okay.
You didn't answer my question, Gunslinger. What's got you down?
It honestly might just be my headset, because I can barely hear what they're saying compared to the music.
Oh, I just finished up with my second client. She gave me a tongue lashing to remember her by. You ever talk to someone who's so educated and refined that they make you feel like a space alien?
Only everyone I ever met in law school. At least until I learned to speak their language.
Yeah.
You're a lawyer?
Was, and no, I wasn't the blood-sucking kind before you start with the vampire jokes. Just a wide-eyed DC do-gooder. But I get what you're talking about. People can use language like a membership card. You don't speak the lingo, you don't get in.
Yeah.
Well, that's just what I mean. I just ain't sure I've got the lingo for a 500-year-old high society Renaissance woman.
Well, how do you think your session went? Think she heard you?
To an extent, I think she did.
Well, she did say that I'd given her some stuff to think about. And to tell the truth, she seemed kind of embarrassed about that.
So what? If she heard you, I'd take the W, cowboy.
Take the
Yeah.
W. What, the wagon?
No, the win.
The win, Gramps. Maybe she isn't gonna relate to you, but that doesn't mean she can't hear you.
Oh, you're probably right. I guess I'll take the W. And while you're at it, I'll take some B too. That's blood, see?
What are you
Okay.
in the mood for? Men? Women? Something a little more off the beaten path?
Ooh.
I think I'll have some takeaway tonight. What have you got?
Here, try this. Should put some color in those cheeks.
You really ain't squeamish, huh, Crimson?
Nah, healthy blood never hurt anyone. I've been
Yeah.
hanging around vampires for 20 years, and they aren't so scary.
Yeah.
Not even Bird.
What, that old pointy-eared teddy bear? He's a total sweetheart, unless someone gets aggressive or touchy with the customers.
Yeah.
What does he do then?
Then he's not a sweetheart.
They get a stern warning.
Oh. I was hoping that he was gonna just pick him up and chuck him.
And if they don't listen?
Why, then he eats them.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, maybe he is a teddy bear. I met Teddy Roosevelt back in the night, and I'm pretty sure he would have done the same thing. Speaking of which, I gotta thirst something fierce. I think I'll head back to my coffin for a little rest. But you have a good night, Crimson.
You too, Sam. Don't let the Draculas bite.
Time to crack open a warm one.
Uh-huh.
That's the good stuff. Now, maybe I can find a quote from one of my favorite books that'll help give me a little inspiration. Or I could watch the Three Stooges hit each other a whole bunch. Or I could just go to sleep. What's it gonna be, Sammy boy?
Let's honestly read some Thoreau, because I think that that's going to help us.
My profession is to be always on the alert, to find God in nature, to know his lurking places. I always like that quote. I ain't a God-fearing kind, but it's true. There's a natural beauty behind the man-made world if you know where to look. Isabella d'Este's all culture and breeding, but underneath, she's got her vulnerable and beautiful humanity too. I just gotta remember that.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough for one night. Time for some rest. I hope my next client will be a little easier.
Oh my goodness, they need to stop it. They need to stop being loud. There's like it was back on, I think, like not Saturday night. It was like last week. But
Samuel, good evening. I am glad to see you looking so fresh and well slept.
But I was like outside chatting with a friend kind of later at night. Hi, Hrothgar, how you doing? How are things going for ya? But I was chatting with a friend, and then we just see like these like two like sports cars drag racing, and I live on a fairly busy, like I live like in a more central kind of town area. There's lots of buildings. They should not be drag racing. The speed limit is like 25 close to where I live. Like, and there's cops everywhere. So I'm like, what's your plan? Like, seriously? I'm good. How are you? I'm doing all right. I'm doing well. We're playing Vampire Therapist again. But yeah, so I'm wondering if that's the noise that I hear constantly during streams, is people drag racing.
Uh-oh, something tells me I'm in for it tonight.
Yeah?
The truth is seldom unseen by you, my friend.
Yeah, kind of hard.
Tonight, you face perhaps one of the most difficult challenges a therapist can face. The fact that you may not be able to help everyone.
Okay.
In truth, I have failed to help clients with this particular disposition many times.
Okay.
Hey, I'm new at this. You're nigh on 3,000 years old. If you can't help them, how can I?
Yeah.
It's not guaranteed that we can help every client. To think we are powerless to help any is a cognitive distortion itself. I believe you know it.
Control no?
Come now, Samuel.
No.
You are more capable than this. What distortion is it to believe that we...
Yeah, all right. Control
Okay.
fallacy, I know. I can help some folk.
That's right. Here, take a look at this case file.
Okay.
Theater feller, huh? I've known a few of them in my time. They can be a little, self-absorbed.
Okay. Alright, British. Edmund Kean was a highly influential Shakespearean stage actor during the Georgian period. He is credited with more personal interpretations of character as opposed to pantomime performances. He lived a tumultuous life on stage, dealing with alcoholism, sex scandals, and entitled behavior. He wishes to return to the stage, but expresses great anger at critics who might review him poorly. He demands respect as the greatest actor the world has ever seen. Ah, so he's this kind of difficult.
He's looking for therapy because people don't like him, it says?
He is one of the most revered actors in all of history.
Okay.
So he might have a few cognitive distortions.
Uh-huh.
A few. He may not recognize them, Samuel, but all you can do is present reality to him.
I think it's a little bit more than a few if he's talking like that. Whatever.
He comes. Remember, I will give you whatever advice I can. Good luck, my friend.
I hope I'm up to this.
Okay.
What is this vampire I see before me?
Hi.
I'm Sam Walls. I'm your new therapist.
Your dress, your bearing, your hat.
You also are forgotten by time.
Not quite. More like, I just like this fashion.
Oh, how fortuitous. A kindred spirit, perhaps. A therapist should know pain, I say. Most excellent.
Okay.
Tarnation. Can't get a break with this here hat of mine.
Yeah.
No, it's perfect. Do not change a single thing. It gives me faith.
Okay.
Faith, my dear vampire, that you can help me.
I'm gonna do everything I can. I promise you that, amigo.
Okay.
Do not do so lightly. Darkness dwells within my damned soul. You journey into my pain at your peril, and I cannot be your Virgil.
Okay, I think that this is the first vampire that we have seen, and honestly the first character in this entire game that we have seen that I have not been like, damn, I'd smash. I'm good. I don't want to smash Admund. We're good.
You're
good.
who now? Anyway, you wrote in your intake form that you're here because...
Mortals don't appreciate
mortals
you.
don't appreciate you, you said.
Indeed, and I fear they cannot. They must die to appreciate life. As mortals, they cannot ask the immortal questions. What is life for
Why?
us who do not live? Why are we here? Why do we continue? What do we do when death has no meaning?
I don't know, man. I've been around less time than you. I really don't know.
And what a piece of work is vampire! How noble in stature, how infinite in life!
I got my undergrad degree in psychology during COVID lockdown. A friend of mine told me I should get my PhD because I would make a killing after lockdown. Yeah? Did you end up getting your PhD? I was gonna say, it's really cool that you got in psychology. Your undergrad in psychology. Indulge
In
him.
form and moving, how express and admirable. In action, how like a demon.
Okay.
In apprehension, how like a bat. Ah, the beauty of the night!
Okay, we indulged him a little. I think it's now
All
time
right,
to
that's
get
enough
back
of that.
around to...
Before we answer the question of why we're all here, why are you here?
Yeah.
Well, that is, what exactly drove you to me, partner?
Oh, that. Well, a pustule of a theater historian I recently seduced and killed sprang the seeds of doubt in mine corpus.
I also have a BS in computer science. I didn't get my PhD, but I work full-time in civil engineering now. That's really awesome, Hrothgar. How are you liking that?
He was writing a biography of the great Edmund Kean, and I thought mayhap that I would favor him with a secret or two.
Oh no, did you tell him you were a vampire?
He said my acting style would now be considered archaic.
Well, it kind of depends who you ask. Like, I'm sure that if you were to go into a Shakespearean acting troupe like that, your acting style could be fantastic. But, like, what are you auditioning for?
Though I drank him to the last, I fear his cruel barb was sharper than my fangs. This embossed carbuncle of corrupted blood caused me to doubt myself.
Okay. Do you need some time to self-reflect,
Are
maybe?
all men such fools? Will I ever find my audience again? Or did they die long, long ago?
No, I think that you need to audition for Shakespearean shows. Because I think that you'll find your audience there.
Help me purge these mortal concerns from my mind, dear man.
We're always gonna have doubts, compadre. That's normal. but I think I can help you see things a little differently. So, he said your acting's out of date. Why don't you just tell me why it bothered you so much?
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth, I am perfect.
That's not a should statement. And it's not a control fallacy. Damn
Edmund
it.
states that he is perfect. Even in the most generous evaluation of his skill, is such a thing possible?
No.
Because it's simply not possible.
Sorry, fella, I gotta stop you for a second there. You really saying you're perfect?
I like it. I make good money. I can finally afford silly hobbies. That's good, Hrothgar.
Oh, not at all. I'm not a narcissist. I believe I would find myself quite inept at, say, street cleaning or dishwashing.
That's not what we're saying. Okay.
But as far as acting is concerned, yes. If an actor be assessed, you would assess him on the scale of Edmund Kean.
No. No. Especially not nowadays. No.
Oh, come on. You ain't ever forgotten a line?
Yeah.
I suppose, on occasion, a line has left me due to circumstances beyond my control.
Uh-huh. Sure. Board games, guitar, crochet. Oh, you crochet? That's awesome. I also do crochet stuff. I've made a blanket. Well, in more recent time, I've made a blanket. I'm currently working on a gift for a friend of mine. And then after that, I'm wanting to make wisteria garland to go around my place.
But that is the fault of alcohol, not of Edmund Kean.
Okay, but why did Edmund Kean drink the alcohol before going on stage? That seems like not a good idea. I do the 3D crochet amigurumi. Oh, that's so cool. I've been thinking about doing the wisteria. I'm kind of learning a little bit more. I initially learned how to crochet when I was a kid from my grandmother. And then I've been getting back into it in recent years. But yeah, so I do a lot of, I've done a couple different things. My next big project is I'm wanting to do kind of a tapestry style something. But I'm not completely certain on what I'm wanting to do quite yet.
So in those times you were drinking, you might not have been perfect. And the acting world kept on turning.
Yep.
Oh, come now. I was clearly exercising some dramatic license. It is not so black and white.
It's not, but it's pretty unprofessional for an actor.
Well, that's exactly what I was trying to say. Well, keep talking. We got some more stuff to sort out.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
Okay. Is that control no?
This is a special client. Remember that his distortions can be about others, not just himself.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
I know it's not a should statement. It's not a control fallacy. I don't think it's disqualifying the positive. No?
This is a special client. Remember that his distortions can be about others, not just himself.
Oh, there are
Oh, wait a minute. You're
Okay.
saying that every actor's
Goodness.
success comes straight from you.
I learned to crochet from an ex-girlfriend. She said she'd cook me dinner if I learned. I outdid her and learned the hardest style of crochet. That's cool.
Of course. Even the greatest among my art would have been consigned to obscurity had it not been for my advancements.
Okay, what were your advancements exactly? I'd really like to know.
Every single one of them ain't had nothing of their own to give to the theater?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose one or two actors in the last 300 years have impressed me.
Uh-huh. Okay, tell me this, dude. Tell me this. Edmund guy. You, right there, with the stupid little facial hair. Can you cry on demand? Do it, right now. Because, like, there's so many things that have, since Shakespearean, like, Shakespeare's time since then, that have been made, so many advancements that have been made and stuff in terms of acting. This guy's kind of annoying me.
Well, don't you think they deserve their own success?
Yeah.
I suppose mortals are owed their 15 minutes of fame. One must have some pity for them. We are not monsters. But the actors of modern times, they are shallow, beggarly parrots. Parrots who screech the lines, but do they know them? Do they feel as we feel?
Yes.
So you're saying modern actors are parrots?
Indeed, they are only mimics, and thus no better than a well-trained bird.
You don't think they're actually birds, do you?
My dear boy, they live such short lives. What else can they do but ape the words and actions of their forebears?
Make advancements off of the actions of their forebears?
But when you call them birds, you're just labeling them that. You ain't giving them a fair shot.
Yeah.
Oh, come now. I was clearly employing a little dramatic license.
But we're here to talk about truth, a right, compadre?
It is my gentle direction that takes the craft to higher echelons, and mine alone. Acting does not evolve without me.
Control
You're
fallacy.
saying only you can change the course of acting?
It is demonstrably true. There is acting before Edmund Kean, and there is acting after Edmund Kean.
I have never heard of this guy. I've never heard of you, Edmund. And it's honestly, they might have made up this guy for this game specifically. Wait, I want to look him up now. Really quick. Edmund Kean. Okay. Oh, shit. He was like an actual guy. Edmund Kean was an actual actor. Edmund Kean was a British Shakespearean actor who performed among other places in London, Belfast, New York, Quebec, and Paris. He was known for his short stature, tumultuous personal life, and controversial divorce. Holy! So he actually was a guy. I thought that, I like half expected them to just like have made up this character so that they could, well, I've never heard of you, so, until just now.
There's so many types of acting out there. I mean, I remember when vaudeville came out, but I don't think you had anything to do with that.
Yeah.
Vaudeville? Oh, like so many American arts, an art of the grotesque. You plunge a dagger into the heart of subtlety.
Well, apparently, according to Google, you performed in New York once, so...
So you didn't have nothing to do with vaudeville?
Oh, devils below, no.
Well, then you got a little control fallacy, hombre. Mortals
Yep.
got wills of their own.
Indeed. I suppose I don't want any responsibility for the things the Americans create anyway. These critics should honor me, as is my due.
Should stay
You're
there.
saying critics should honor you. Well, what happens if they don't?
Yeah. What then?
Then they are not doing their jobs properly. I do not ask for their laudations without cause. But if a so-called critic does not recognize my contributions to the theater, what do they know of the theater?
Probably something.
Maybe they just got different tastes.
Yeah.
Uneducated taste, perhaps.
That's rude.
If they are just uneducated, why should they appreciate you?
Yeah.
An interesting point. I suppose I cannot blame them. Thou fiend! You are cruel indeed to beat a man when he is at his most vulnerable.
I mean, I'm not beating you, but, like, you did come into therapy.
I am here so you may help me cope with a world that has gone mad. Not so you might attack my every word.
No, therapy's also for self-reflection.
I'm doing no such thing. All I'm doing is pointing out your reality.
Yeah.
If we're gonna cope, we gotta be honest about the world.
Yeah.
And I say that you are a villain. I come to you in desperate need, and you respond by mocking my desperation.
Okay.
Why would you do this to me? Do you not know what pain I am experiencing? Do you not know that I, as an actor, feel every sling and arrow more keenly?
No.
Art thou a therapist or a murderer that you would push me so to the brink? Do you want me to commit suicide?
Dude.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I want to help everyone who comes to me.
Samuel, a moment, please.
Andy, I got a real problem here. I think I'm not cut out for this work. This fella's right. Why am I attacking him when I should be helping?
You're not attacking him, though. You're pointing out reality.
First of all, should statement. You will do what you will do, and that is all, Samuel. But look at the candles. What do you see?
The candles? Oh, they seem fine to me.
Look at the flames.
Wait a minute. They're getting higher, ain't they? What the hell's going on?
Your client is very powerful. He has his own unique skills earned through the ages. His skill in gaslighting is so intense that it
Yeah.
affects the world around him.
Yeah.
He is altering reality to fit his distortions. Be watchful, Samuel. Do not let him.
How do I stop it?
Call him out on it.
Be persistent.
Yeah.
Above all, be honest. He does not control your reality.
Yeah.
I await your apology, sir.
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything to apologize for. All I did was point out some truths in the things you were saying. Now, if that makes you angry, fella, I don't know what to tell you.
You wound me, but I am strong. I persist. I fight.
Okay.
I know my worth, sir. I have fought and died for my art. I shall take my business elsewhere, and vampire society shall hear of your quackery.
Okay.
Stop him, Samuel. It is not anger, but fear that drives him. Show him he has nothing to fear from you.
I wasn't trying to
Now, I wasn't trying to rile you up none.
Yet I bared my undead soul to you, and you treated me like a pincushion with your sharp pricks.
Pricks ain't got nothing to do with this, Edmund.
And now you seek to proposition me? Of course, it always goes like this. To you I am a void, nay, a whore, to use as you please. Well, you are all alike, I say. Go on then, use me.
Okay.
You are losing him, Samuel. It is time to remember what makes you special. You are not just a therapist, and you are not just a vampire. He is afraid, but you will conquer his fear.
Easy, boy, easy.
I forgot that that was the power that we had.
I shall not go easy. I shall not.
Ain't nobody gonna hurt you. There's a good vampire.
A good vampire? What on hell?
You're safe now. Ain't nobody here to hurt you or make you feel bad.
But
I'm your buddy. That's us. We're just buddies, ain't we?
buddies. Yes, a friend. A friend. A friend who wishes to help me.
Yeah.
You feeling better there, compadre?
I must confess that I am, though I scarcely understand how.
I
Hey,
forgot that that was a
that's
power
just
that we
great.
had.
I want this to be a comfortable place for you.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I do believe you. After all, your profession is in many ways similar to acting. It is no wonder that we find common ground.
Yeah.
How is therapy like acting?
It is the exploration of the soul, is it not? A journey into pain and truth. We see those pains and truths and reflect them onto the cruel world.
I ain't sure I quite see it like that, but it's true that reflecting is important. Kind of funny when we can't look in a mirror, huh?
One of death's cruel ironies. Thus must we see our reflections in the mortal audience instead.
You care a lot about what the mortals think about you.
Yeah.
Of course I do. Why should I give a fig about what we dusty old folk think, eh? Most of us are stuck in our relative pasts, if you'll pardon the offense.
None taken.
But all them folks die. You're what, 300 years old?
Don't remind me. Yes, they die, but I cannot. I must not. If I do not exist in their hearts, there is only the purgatory of oblivion.
You cannot, you must not. You're talking like there's only one future.
For me, there is only one future, save oblivion.
Come on now, that's a little extreme.
'Tis not so. What else have I but the stage?
Well, that's a fine question. I'll tell you what, though, compadre, you are more than the stage. What if theater just didn't exist?
Yeah.
Perish the thought. Perish it with all due enmity. Unlike some vampires, I am not some blood-guzzling parasite who will idly sit and wait as the world turns.
Label it.
You calling most of our kind parasites?
I am, for that is what we are, if we are nothing else.
All right, let's just forget the part where you're insulting other vampires, myself included.
Yeah.
If you say that you're a parasite if you don't do something, you're gonna be scared as hell of not doing that thing.
As an immortal, I aim for loftier goals.
Can you hit those goals if you're busy being afraid of turning into a parasite?
Ah, but your humble speech does belie the true wisdom beneath. I am indeed cruel to myself. I died for the stage, so I should live for it as well.
Well, why should you live for the stage?
What was my death worth if the stage does not matter?
But it's only you who's saying your death ain't worth something.
Uh-huh.
Your shoulds are fatal. Ain't that a lot of pressure?
Yeah.
Perhaps, though one might argue that all great actors must be forged in fire.
But is acting really the most important thing in the world?
I shall assume that you jest. Vampire society's of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without a crowd.
I'm gonna refer to the book really quick. Let me. Nope. That one. Okay. Cognitive distortions. Okay. Okay. Then, yeah. Okay. I cannot have an enduring crowd without a crowd.
Vampires ain't got nothing to offer you.
Nothing they can give, no. Vampires do not understand the avant-garde.
But couldn't you get even more avant-garde with vampires?
Vampires have a lot to give. We
Yeah.
got time to understand things mortals just can't.
Yeah.
I think you're painting vampire society with a pretty broad brush. We got some redeeming values.
Oh, perhaps. But an understanding of the stage is not one of them. You know, I see what you are doing. The motivations of man are well known to me through my art.
And what am I doing?
Yeah.
You are mocking me, undermining me, causing me to doubt myself. I know thy purpose, wretch. This therapy business is all a ruse. You would lay me low and claim dominion over me.
No.
All I'm trying to do is help you, friend. Reality's a lot easier to deal with when you can accept it for what it is.
So, now you doubt my sanity? Is there no end to your japes and jabs? I shall not break. Oh, you shall see. The tides of cruel seas will crash upon me, but I do not wither.
Okay.
I know thy game, trickster. You wish to keep me in your debt. The more I doubt myself, the more you take from me. You think you are clever, but thy tongue outvenoms all the worms of the Nile. Well, what have you to say for yourself? Speak, that I might hear thy bile.
Tell him you do this free. Tell him you aren't a trickster. Tame him like wild horse. I'm gonna say... Tell him
Edmund,
you're not
I
a
ain't
trickster.
no trickster. Heck, I ain't smart enough for that. I just want to help you.
Think'st thou that I would not see a honey trap laid before me? Yes, come, Edmund, into the spider's web. All is well, he says, ere he drains me of all vitality and dignity.
Well, that's a hell of a leap, man.
I'm just gonna say...
Easy there.
What?
I know you're upset and you're scared. I ain't gonna hurt you.
But you want to hurt me.
No?
Good vampire. Ain't you sweet? Yeah, it's all right.
You really don't want to hurt me.
No.
You'll keep me safe.
Yes.
We're safe. Ain't no place safer than right here.
That is such a ridiculous power. Holy shit.
We're friends. That's right. You're my buddy now. Just my pal Eddie.
In truth, I am oft left bereft of friendship. Our kind can be difficult.
Yeah.
You mean vampires?
No, actors.
Yeah.
But to sense one is not alone in all the world is a feeling to be cherished.
Yeah.
You ain't alone, I promise you. Whatever bad stuff we're living, someone else has lived it already.
With love, actors do be like that.
So, many geniuses were unappreciated in their time, with wonders of their craft consigned to history's dusty pages. Even the bard himself did struggle. There is some comfort in that.
Yeah.
Common nocturnality. We all got the same needs, man. Blood, safety, and sex.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I, too, am akin to the doomed Achilles, though my sore spot lies not so low, but twixt stem and stern.
Tain't my place to comment.
Oh, it seems the spot is no secret to you after all.
Maybe we can talk about that some more in your next session. I think you did pretty dang well today.
Yes, I suppose I did. I am rather good at therapy, aren't I?
Uh-huh. Very much so.
If you're here and wanting to get better, yeah, I'd say that makes you pretty good at therapy.
Well, one mustn't rest on one's laurels, must one?
That's right, Eddie. Okay, I'll see you in a few weeks then.
Aye, we shall vanquish my demons together. I cannot tarry. The stage awaits.
Okay.
Dang, what the hell was that?
Wow.
One of the darker malignancies of the mind, dear Samuel.
You sure I'm up to this?
You were masterful, Samuel. You were able to take your knowledge about cognitive distortions and turn their definitions outward. And we must speak about this equine ability of yours in your next session.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Yeah, I learned a lot about myself through my horse.
Save it for our next session. Rest, Samuel. You have faced a great danger. Now it is time to drink and be merry with the Goths.
The Goths are back!
Well, not sure I'd call them merry.
Yes.
But they know how to cut loose. All right, Andy. I'll see you later.
Wait, are the
Good night,
Goths
Simon.
back? I want
Rest
the
in
Goths,
peace.
please. Goths. Where are my Goths? Where are my Goth baddies at?
Well, that was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. I probably want to forget that. I should go talk to Crimson.
If it isn't Sammy the Kid, plop that butt down. Got a shot prepared for you.
Well, thanks, Crimson. What is that? A Bloody Mary?
No, a Bloody Steve. I think,
Of course it is. How's the crowd tonight?
you know, it's funny. They're a little on the weird side tonight. Must be a full moon out.
Oh, you ain't kidding. I just had my first therapy session with the strangest fella I ever met. The actor type. Used to be an international celebrity back when I was alive. Well, seems like fame's a nasty drug.
Like Andy says, people are people. Doesn't matter what era they're from. Feeling good about your session, though?
I think it
He
went
was
well.
pretty confrontational, but he was happy to talk about himself at least.
Yeah.
Andy says the real clients to worry about are the ones who've got nothing to say.
Yep, at least we have something to go off of with him.
I get that. Being a human isn't easy. You gotta be pretty damn privileged to have no problems at all.
Oh, this fella definitely has plenty of problems. I think he'll be keeping me busy.
It's a big world out there, cowboy. Full of vampires with no self-awareness.
Well, ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Well, here's to change then.
To change.
You, drinking Andy's blood there?
Andy's? Nuh-uh, this is a plain old mortal drink. You think anyone would want to drink that man's blood from a bottle when they can get it straight from the source?
Oh. Yes.
I suppose they wouldn't.
I'm not proud to drink blood, Sam. Wouldn't be doing it out here.
I didn't mean to cause offense, ma'am.
Not your fault. I guess I shouldn't be offended.
Who's telling you that you shouldn't be offended, Crimson? I know this blood drinking stuff is complicated.
Damn right it is.
Yeah.
Look, I have customers to deal with. But let me give you some advice, Buffalo Bill. No therapy in here.
Okay.
What happens at Eminard happens with consent. Got it?
Sorry.
All right, that's fair, and my sincere apologies. It won't happen again.
That's right.
Oh, dang it. I've gone and made myself unwelcome. I better get out of Crimson's way.
You.
Hi. Who are you?
Huh? Do I know you?
I know you. I've been watching you, vampire.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah,
Play
that's
along.
me, drinking blood to live.
Yes, you do. I saw you. I see everything.
Who are you?
My name is Panoptibella.
Panoptibella. Oh, that's a beautiful name. Anyway.
It means I see all, and I am beautiful.
Yes, you are.
I saw you in the kink room with Reinhardt and Maxi,
Okay.
and now I see that you are thirsty and would like to drink.
Ah, okay.
Yep, that is so.
Come, drink from my neck. I wish to see what it is like.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I see now. That was very pleasant. Thank you. You will go to your coffin now to sleep.
Well, if you wanted to cuddle.
It is normal for vampires to enter a state of torpor after consuming the blood of another.
Okay.
I wish you an excellent torpor, vampire.
Thanks.
Okay. I love her, but okay.
I guess I'd better get some shut-eye. This night has gone on long enough.
Yeah. It's a weird night. This is a weird night.
Good evening, Samuel. I hope you are feeling well rested. I have a new client for you.
Okay.
Another one? I think my caseload's starting to get a little crowded.
Worry not, my friend. I shall not unload all the world's cares onto you. I know how strongly this next client requires aid.
Okay.
She is a great deal older than most of the clients you've seen, and sometimes it is harder for the elderly to see reality.
Yeah.
It took me far too long to do so.
She as old as you are?
Not nearly. Thus, she should be more ready for change than I was.
Okay.
Take a look at her intake form.
1,804 years old. Med. Bronze Age. Holy. An elder vampire like myself, Medi has lived mostly alone for the past 2 millennia. She grew up among wanton violence between Irish clan warlords and has since kept distance between herself and mortals. She now spends more of her time online, where she has become a streaming celebrity. I do not know what this means, but perhaps a younger vampire might. She has expressed frustration at the increasing demand of her followers. Suggestion: be patient with the elderly. Okay. I feel like I can vibe with
Dang,
her.
she died young. Makes me wonder why I waited so long to kick the bucket. Could have left a nicer looking corpse.
Alas, death does not often allow us to have much choice in the matter.
Uh-huh.
Says here she doesn't leave home unless she has to.
Okay. So, a shut-in that... Okay.
Indeed, it is
Maybe
a
some
puzzle, as
social
elder
anxiety,
vampires
too.
can often be.
It might be some social anxiety as well.
I sure do hope I can help her.
You will do your best, I know. Let me allow you some privacy. She comes.
Okay.
Um,
Alright. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, she's so pretty! Ah! No. She's so pretty. Why is she so pretty? Ah! I love her. I love her so much. Ah! Oh, she's gorgeous. I think that she might be my new obsession. Oh.
Hey there, how do I say your name? Is it, Medbub? Medbee?
Mev is my real name.
Mev.
Medby's just my screen name. You can call me Medi if you like.
Nettie. Okay.
Oh, mighty fine meeting you, Meddy. I'm Sam.
Okay.
Is that all you are?
I couldn't rightly say. I ain't no more or less than Sam.
Yeah.
You're a cute, strange cowboy man.
I don't know that you should be calling your potential therapist cute, miss.
Not in a touching bodies way. I mean, you're more like a rabbit or a mouse. Oh, I want to dress you up in a little mouse onesie and watch you scurry about. You can keep your hat on and be a little cowboy mouse. Oh, I like that very much.
Okay.
I'd keep you in a little cage and give you lots of cheese and, of course, a wheel to run on. You can
Okay.
be my whiskery little pet.
Okay, ma'am. Not in therapy.
What is the matter, Samuel?
I think I'm out of my depth here, Chief. I ain't keen to be anyone's pet.
Older vampires such as myself can sometimes be uncomfortable to be around.
Yeah.
I believe this will be an excellent challenge in setting boundaries, Samuel. Explain to her your boundaries. You will be modeling positive behavior and saving yourself a little trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little.
All the more reason to be clear and polite right now. Good luck, Samuel.
Okay.
I know you can do it.
You look distracted, little mouse. Have you smelt a bit of cheese? Did your whiskers twitch?
All right, miss, before we keep going, I think we need to set a few boundaries.
Okay. First, I don't want to live in
This
a cage.
stuff about putting me in a cage and making me your pet are things you should be doing with a blood partner. Besides, I make the rules about my own body. If I don't want something, you gotta respect it or find a new therapist.
You don't want me to do things to your body?
No, thank you.
You cut that out. I'm serious now.
Very well. Be that way.
First of all, I ain't gonna wear no onesie. I don't think I could find one that'd fit.
I could sew one for you. I would make the neck hole really big so that your funny hat would fit right through it.
Okay, well, maybe I wasn't being clear. I don't want to wear a onesie.
But it would make me happy.
Well,
fine
it wouldn't make
with
me
that.
happy, miss.
Fine. But I don't like it.
Okay. I do eat
I
cheese.
think that about covers it.
I do, however, eat cheese, okay?
Ugh, very well. It's a little boring. People usually let me do what I want to do to them.
Well, this is less boring then. It's something new.
Yeah.
I suppose you're right. It's very clever, strange cowboy man. May I still call you a mouse from time to time, though?
If it'll make you feel comfortable, I guess it ain't hurting me. But let's get to you and why you're here. Now, it said on your intake form that...
She's overworked.
You're overworked, it said. You're not my first client with that problem. What line of work you in?
I play video games.
Video games? Like Star Invaders?
No, silly. More like Overcharged 2 and Pension Impact. More of an FPS and RPG girl.
I love the the name changes for the games. It's so funny.
I don't know what them things are. I kind of figured video games were just a fad, like collecting ferns was in my time.
Video games are lots of fun. There's even one where you get to play a cowboy and kill bunches and bunches of people.
Okay.
Then you get to pretend you feel bad about it. But after that, you kill even more people.
Okay, like, I know that I'm playing Sam and I have to be like a therapist or whatever, but also, like, oh, I love Betty. I love her so much. Oh.
Shucks, that there might give me some flashbacks. But you're working by playing video games? How's that?
I stream on Glitch. I have
Glitch.
millions and millions of followers there.
Yeah, no, guys, we're no longer streaming on Twitch. We're now streaming on Glitch. That actually is a dope name. I love that name. Anyway.
Wait just a gosh darn minute. People are paying to watch you pee?
Not pee.
Of course not. That sort of thing would be on my Only Zealots page. If I could pee. Which I can't, because I'm a vampire.
All right, you gotta walk me through this.
Okay. Okay, first, what's streaming if it's not peeing?
What's streaming mean if it ain't peeing?
Streaming means to share your computer screen to the internet.
Like watching the cinema, only instead of people shooting each other, it's you answering emails?
Sort of. Mostly people just like to watch people shooting other people. Only it's little computer people that only look like people.
Clear as mud. I got some more questions about them funny things you mentioned, though.
What's an Only Zealot?
What's Only Zealots?
That's a very special website where my very special followers get to see me do naughty things for money.
Okay.
You've been around a long while. Do you need money?
No, of course not. But I do like having mortal blood bags who will do anything for me. They're very useful.
Okay,
This whole
fair.
thing makes me feel old.
Yeah.
But you're only a baby vampire, strange cowboy man. I'm glad you're not the kind of baby who poops and pees, though. That's quite icky.
Okay.
I had some more questions.
FPS and RPG.
What's all this RPG and FPS stuff?
Role-playing games and first-person shooters.
Kind of dark to be playing games about the first person you ever shot. That ain't a good moment.
You're extra silly. It's a video game with a first-person perspective. It only looks as though you're shooting someone. I like the ones where there's lots and lots of blood. I end up feeling quite hungry.
Are they still using corn syrup to look like blood? It never looked realistic to me.
They don't use corn syrup in video games. You're very funny.
I'm glad I'm funny, I guess. Let me ask you something else about these video games. All right, I think I understand a little better. You're working pretty dang hard for all them followers. What do you need them for?
Lots of things. They pay my rent for me, they buy clothes and gifts for me. They dispose of all the bodies. And they let me kill them too. They're all so eager to die. The little lambs.
I love her though. Ah!
They're like servants?
Servants, little sheep, whatever you'd like to call them.
And they're willing to just up and die for you?
Oh, naturally. Sometimes all I have to do is smile for them. They find it enchanting. And they quite like my breasts and vulva.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
I didn't realize. Okay.
Does it make you uncomfortable to hear me say breasts and vulva?
It's making me a little uncomfortable on this website, Twitch.
I reckon I just wasn't expecting that level of candidness.
Yeah.
Breasts, vulva.
Nope.
Hey, come on now.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's so much fun to watch your little whiskers twitch.
So, these followers of yours do a lot of work for you, huh?
But I have almost 100 million little sheep. It's rather difficult to manage them all and keep them happy.
Yeah.
Why do you need to keep so many servants happy?
I need my sheep. If I don't have them, I'll have nothing.
Control fallacy? No.
If she doesn't have her social media followers, she'll have nothing.
It's
She
Nosferatu.
lived without them for a very long time.
I need my sheep.
Is it really true that if you don't have your followers, you won't have anything? Ain't you got other stuff you're interested in?
Suppose I enjoy reading and video games. And I can do those things alone. There's also playing games with my body.
Okay.
Yep, there's that.
Uh-huh.
Which Americans don't do. You like to shoot people instead. Bang, pow, ugh.
That ain't always true. But let's get back to what you were saying.
If I don't make them all happy, they'll turn against me.
That's
Nosferatu.
some pretty extreme thinking. Your followers can't all be that fickle. The
Yeah.
idea that you can make everyone happy is something that ain't in anyone's power.
Yeah.
And assuming you have no control and they'll all turn against you ain't true either.
That is true, I suppose. I can do things you couldn't dream of. But I won't show them to you because you're an American.
That is much appreciated, miss. And
Yeah.
now about the stuff you were saying.
All I'll be is the lonely, crazy girl with a flat full of stinky corpses.
Labeling.
Let's ease off them labeling terms. Don't go calling yourself crazy.
But I am crazy. And I know how strange I sound to these short-lived creatures.
I reckon I might sound the same if I were around as long as you and seen some of the stuff you've seen. Besides, crazy ain't got any kind of real meaning. What's sane? You've been around a while, you know them definitions change all the time.
I suppose that's true. Don't think any of us are really sane.
I think that's a heck of a lot closer to the truth.
I just want to look at my body parts anyway. Don't have much else to share, it seems.
Come on now, you've been around for nearly 2,000 years. How in the heck could you have nothing to offer? I'm sure you could tell me all sorts of things about history and the places you've been to and the things you've done.
If I talk about things I like, my followers abandon me. Fickle little bloodbags. They always like it when I show off, though.
Yeah.
That's a problem with your followers, not you. Don't go disqualifying the positive things about yourself just because they don't see them.
Yeah. It's an unfortunate thing that can happen for streamers.
You're very kind, Manling. If you were one of my followers, I might even let you live.
Okay.
A very kind gesture, miss.
I can't help but think, though, I should make my little sheep happy. After all, they are willing to die for me.
You say you should keep your followers happy. Do you like it when they're happy?
Just because I kill my bloodbags doesn't mean I wish to be cruel. After all, they're so cute when they die with smiles on their precious little faces.
I'm glad to hear that, but here's the thing. When you say you should make them happy, you turn it into a responsibility. If you got 100 million people you should please, that's pressure you don't need. Get what I'm saying?
You are too sweet, little mouse. Like a sugar mouse. Someone might try to eat you.
Heck, they already did. How do you
Yeah.
think I turned into a vampire?
Yeah.
You make me seem very silly for worrying so much about my blood bags. Not a very good vampire, am I?
No, I think you're a very good vampire, and you're actually pretty decent person. But I think that you need to stop putting so much pressure on
Well,
yourself.
what's a good vampire supposed to do?
Yeah.
My blood father used to tell me that we were supposed to be gods. Told me that we would rule all humanity. I imagine he'd be ever so disappointed in me.
Yeah, and where's he? Dead, I'm
Blood
guessing?
parents are always complicated. They like continuing their legacies, but people ain't too good at being anything but themselves.
I wish someone would tell him that. He's a very bad listener.
Yeah.
Well, you should be proud of yourself for getting away from him. I know it ain't easy.
I didn't leave him. The druids sealed him away long ago.
Ah.
Slaughter us all when he escapes. And there will be nothing we can do. Oh, it's gonna be ever so much blood.
I think we can handle a vampire. There's a lot more of us now, and I bet the bastard ain't even heard of a gun.
You don't understand. He's a wizard.
The last I heard, wizards ain't bulletproof. Let's give ourselves a little credit. I ain't gonna worry too much about this fella. Besides, if he is coming back to kill us all, we only got so much time to enjoy, right? These dang followers of yours have got you stuck at home, though.
It's better this way. It's not safe outside.
Well, why do you say that?
Yeah.
Because there are bad people out there. They've tried to burn me, touch me, enslave me. They are cruel, horrible.
I know you've been through some tough times, Mitty, and you got a hell of a lot of reasons to think people are all awful. But those experiences ain't the be-all and end-all. There's a lot of bad, a lot of good, and even more in between.
Maybe. But it's safer to assume that it's all bad. Mortals are very afraid, and when mortals are afraid, they are quite cruel.
That's
Yeah.
more of that all-or-nothing thinking. There's billions of people out there now, and more differences between each and every one of them than you'd expect.
But I don't need to endanger myself anymore. I have my sheep.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll get to talking about them real soon.
I can talk about them now. They help me stay in my flat. If I stay in one place, I have power. Instead of them burning me, I can burn them. And touch them and enslave them.
Is it a control fallacy?
With all due respect, miss,
Yeah.
you're playing with sunshine here. Life is always going to change. That's the one thing we can be sure of. Your retreating from society is only going to make it harder to face the changes ahead.
Such as when the machines arrived.
What machines are you talking about?
The ones in the factories. The ones who made me leave the bog. Did not like that very much. Not at all.
Oh, look, I didn't want to upset you. You're here to handle the world a little better, and that means being honest about what might happen. That makes sense?
Yes. Machines keep getting stronger. I should be ready for them.
All right. Well, let's keep talking.
They used to call me Calich Namona, the witch of the bogs. I like it that way. I like it when they think I'm a monster.
Label.
Hold on a
Okay.
sec, Mitty. I get that there's safety in people thinking you're some kind of monster. But what I can't abide is you calling yourself one. Names have power. You know what they used to call me?
Fuzzy McWhiskers. Scaly Tail Sam. Ooh, Scurrying Sam.
Oh my goodness.
They called me Slaughterin' Sam. And as you might imagine, I didn't earn many friends with that name.
That's not very cute at all.
Yeah.
No, it ain't. I didn't feel cute neither. I felt like an evil bastard, and that ain't a good feeling.
I didn't say I liked being a monster. It just makes me feel safe.
Yeah.
Then let's find a way to help you feel safe without calling yourself a monster then, huh? But keep going.
If I want to be safe, I should show them what a monster I really am from the safety of my lair.
Well, why should you show them what a monster you are?
So that they'll know to stay away, of course.
And is that the only way people will stay away?
It's the way I know. I used to put severed heads outside my cottage, but the policemen don't like that very much.
Yeah. They tend to not like it very much. Okay, settings. I am going to turn up the music. Just a touch.
So what if I said you should protect yourself by putting severed heads outside your place again?
I'd say you should learn otherwise. The police can be very mean.
Yeah, they can.
That's what I mean. Should doesn't allow a lot of wiggle room. It might seem like it's just words, but them words can lock us up tighter in a bank vault. But let's keep talking.
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
We
Do it.
ancient vampires are very few. I can tell you with some certainty that your client is very good at hiding her true capabilities, perhaps even from herself.
Living alone is the life I know.
You know, you're what, some 1,800 years old? You're
Yeah.
older than any government on Earth. You've seen the world change in ways none of us could dream of.
Yeah.
Hell, you basically won the internet, and I can barely open up my Vmail program. You're way more capable than you're giving yourself credit for.
I suppose that's true. But I'm not very good with real life people. Unless I'm eating them.
Yeah.
You're still disqualifying the positive by canceling out all them skills you got. You can use all that modern lingo I barely even heard of. You dab, fam?
Oh my goodness.
That was ages ago.
See what I'm saying?
You are very clever, sweetling. It is easy to forget how small and weak mortals are. The world is a big place full of things that might try to hurt me.
Well, before you face the world, why don't we start with your neighborhood?
Yeah.
Let's start slow. Take a walk around your block, 15 minutes a day. Just spend a little time outside looking at the moon.
Yeah.
I suppose if anyone tries to hurt me, I should be able to kill them or enslave them. Very well, strange cowboy man. If anyone does kill me, I'll simply become a ghost. Then I can whisk myself up your bottom with a little ghost needle and poke at your guts.
Okay.
I don't think it'll come to that.
I don't think
Just
so either.
spend some time outside and see how you feel, and we'll talk again in a month. Sound good?
Very well. I suppose my followers outside must be eager to carry my coffin home. I promised I would eat them when we got there, so shouldn't keep them waiting.
Okay.
Farewell then, little mouse.
Hoo-wee!
Yeah.
Well done, my friend. You seem a little out of sorts. Are you quite all right?
That was a
She
lot.
was something else.
Like so many of our kind, she simply struggles to adjust to a constantly changing world. I think you will be of great help to her. She clearly likes you.
Yeah, I think that she likes me a little bit too much. In a professional way, I think she likes me a little bit too much. In a me ghostly way, I'm like, hey, hey.
That's what I'm afraid of.
You are under my protection while you are here, Samuel. I guarantee no ghosts will travel up your posterior. You have done excellent work tonight. Please, relax downstairs. Summer will be here before we know it, and the nights shall become short once again.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, my friend.
Glad the kids here aren't glued to their little TVs. I wonder why that is. I'll bet Crimson knows.
Giddy up, little doggy.
I ain't heard that one in a while.
Truth is, I'm running out of cowboy terms. What can I get you, handsome?
How about a kind ear for my troubles?
You got a real old school way of seeing bartenders. But in this case, you're right. I am a good listener. Lay it on me.
I got this new client. Makes me feel old.
250-year-old man feels old, huh?
Yeah. But seriously, I thought I understood people, but she's from another time, like. I've been around a long time, and I ain't seen nothing quite like this internet. But my client lives there.
And you think you can't help her because you don't understand the internet?
I remember when the first steam locomotive showed up, and we thought, that's it. We've invented everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, laugh all you like. Point is, I'm getting old faster than I ever have before.
Here's the thing, cowboy. Nobody understands the internet. I don't feel old yet, though. Still just glad to be alive, thanks to Andy's blood.
Oh, yeah?
I know you've been curious about why I've been drinking vampire blood. You don't have to pretend. I've got a rare blood cancer. Andy's blood is what's keeping me alive.
Oh, I'm real sorry.
I didn't say I was dying. I said I had cancer. Stop making that face.
Well, for most people.
I'm just glad I found Andy. Don't think I was quite ready to die.
Well, I, for one, am glad you're sticking around, Crimson.
Well, thank you kindly. So what'll it be, Sam? You ain't gonna dance?
No, I ain't gonna dance.
Oh, why not?
You owe me that story one day, cowboy. Here, have a little something I whipped up for Andy. Herbal blood tea.
No garlic, right?
No garlic.
Mighty kind of you. Maybe I'll take a nightcap. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
Adios, muchacho.
I think that's my last client for a while. My caseload's big enough. I'm starting to get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Maybe something from one of my books will inspire me. But then again, I could watch cartoons instead.
Let's read a
I think
poem.
I'll read a poem. I've got one I love. Care of one, Walt Whitman. I celebrate myself and sing myself, and what I assume you shall assume. For every atom belonging to me, as good belongs to you. I loaf and invite my soul. I lean and loaf at my ease, observing a spear of summer grass. My tongue, every atom of my blood, formed from this soil, this air, born here of parents born here, from parents the same, and their parents the same. I, now 37 years old, in perfect health begin, hoping to cease not till death. Creeds and schools in abeyance, retiring back a while, sufficed it what they are, but never forgotten. I harbor for good or bad. I permit to speak at every hazard. Nature without check, with original energy. Just a little reminder that I'm still human. I think that's enough action for one night. Time I got me some shut-eye. Good night, son.
And hello, please load. There we go.
A fine evening to you, Samuel. How are you feeling tonight?
We're gonna save there. We're gonna save there, and we are going to. That's gonna be the end of stream. Yeah, great game. Excited to keep on playing it on stream and all that. I think that that's gonna be all for tonight. So, good night, goodbye, and I'll see you next time, my beautiful little ghosties. Bye-bye.